This is the Trail Chambers. This is the Crafter, and this is early days inside the 1.21 development. Apart from some of the things we saw at Minecraft Live and some of the things we're seeing inside the preview and snapshots, we really don't know too much about 1.21. But even with what little we know about 1.21, there's something that I and probably a majority of you are wondering. How big will 1.21 be? How many more features can we expect to see? How many more structures? How many more mobs? How many more other types of things can we expect to see inside this one update? Well, it's a safe bet to say that it'll at least be bigger than 1.10, but how much bigger, I have no idea, and I'm sure you have no idea. Apart from some of the glorious people over at Mojang, we really don't know. But I have a hunch that 1.21 will be not only a big update, but a massive update. An update that could probably even rival that of 1.16. But before we get our hopes up with any expectations, we should probably have an understanding as to what the floor can be and what the ceiling can be for 1.21. And I think a good place on starting would be to look right back to when they announced 1.19, where one of the big selling points they showed during the Minecraft Live then was actually the whole ancient city. And one of the things that popped in my head is the Trial Chambers and the Ancient City are in some ways kind of similar, at least in terms of scale, because you look at the Ancient City and compare it to the Trial Chambers, and they are both absolutely massive structures. Meaning it is possible that the Trial Chambers is going to be like the main focus of the update, and we might get a few extra things around the place, such as with a crafter or something like that. But I don't entirely think that's what's going to happen. Because if you remember during Minecraft Live this year, Lady Agnes actually said this.
We have some amazing developers working on tools for us to make our development process more efficient and more joyful. All that.
Yeah, as Lydia said, there's been some form of new tool that's been added for them to actually add in more features and make it more, I guess, efficient and joyful, as she puts it. Meaning the process of actually making new features should be made a whole bunch easier with whatever new types of tools they're talking about. Meaning so long as these tools are actually very functional and very useful and make the process of developing new things way more seamless, that should in theory mean that they should be able to actually develop way more features now inside 1.21. And I think it's even likelier considering the fact that they're doing a pretty similar model to what they did for 1.20, where they only showed very far in development features, meaning that the Trial Chambers, so long as they actually are following with the same thing, could mean that they are very, very much so close to being like released and ready for us to test in previews and snapshots. Which in hindsight means that whatever else they have planned, it's not quite ready yet. But if we are going with this logic, then theoretically, there could be a whole bunch more things we could expect inside the update. So I guess with all this said and everything we put together, expect our floor to be somewhere in the range of like a 1.19 size update, and our ceiling to probably be the size of like maybe 1.16, the Nether update. If 1.21 is at least that size, or at most that size, or even somewhere in between these sizes, I think me and the vast majority of us will be pretty happy with that then. And with that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.